Hello, everyone. Yay. Hello, hello. My name is Audrey. Thanks for coming up to or showing up. I don't know why I said coming up. Showing up to this live stream. You may have noticed, so I'm wearing this little thing. This is a wireless microphone. Hopefully, my audio, you can hear me a lot better. I used to have this like other microphone that was like floating just off screen up here, and it was so far away that it was, I felt like the audio just could be better. And so I just like dealt with it because I was too lazy to research and whatnot. But I finally looked into it because I was just getting fed up. And yeah, this also just makes my other recordings a lot easier too. So not just my live streams. So anyway, I hope this sounds better. I don't know how it actually sounds on your end, but I hope it's not like I felt like the sounded like I was really far away, and then like in another room with the door closed. So hopefully it sounds a little crisper, a little like, I don't know, like I'm in the room with you, basically. So anyway, enough about that. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Lavinia. Hi, Savarak. I think I know who you are. Hi, Keith. Hi, Linda. Thank you so much. I love it when you guys say hi. So yeah, please keep the chat open. Okay, so today I'm not gonna paint cacti. I know. I really thought about it, but I felt like today I really just wanted to chill with you guys. So I'm gonna go along with the Valentine's Day theme and we'll talk about love. And yeah, I thought we would just do that. So I'm just gonna paint like Valentine's Day stuff, and then, yeah, I don't know, and then just talk about love. Okay, so anyway, let's do our breathing exercise because I realized I actually didn't do that the last two live streams, and not that I wasn't in the right mind space or headspace, but I really do need that today because I am like really excited for some reason, and I need to like settle a little bit. So if you're new here, we do this breathing exercise to, first of all, whenever we paint something, we tend to kind of like sabotage ourselves before we even begin. So the breathing exercise, while you're breathing, I want you to think about whatever the outcome is, I'm going to be okay with it, right? Whatever mistakes happen, I'm just going to roll with it, and just really being open to the possibilities, okay? So we breathe in through our noses slowly for 4 seconds, and then you can kind of hold it if you want, and then breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. And then after about a minute or so, we'll come back together and then start painting. So let's do it. You can close your eyes, open your eyes, whatever you want to do, and you can place your palms face up on the table or on your lap, wherever it feels comfortable. So let's do it. Okay, let me bring us back together. At some point, like during that breathing exercise, I felt like the muscles, even in my arms, just kind of relax. And I love that feeling. All right. Hi, Linda. Hi, Stacy. Yes, love is in the air, Linda, for sure. Okay, let me get my phone camera set up as always. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a new month. Yeah. Okay. I am so sorry, guys. I forgot to add my mic to the other video. So hold on. Give me like 20 seconds to add my mic. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay. I know I can do this. Okay, hello, hello. Okay, I think I'm going. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. This is what happens when you use something new. Oh, goodness. Keith, you're so funny. Your husband should be running upstairs. He probably was on his way up. But then I fixed it, so we're okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna do like a heart wreath. Like, what do you guys think? Anyway, but I also said that my nails look awesome. So, all right. So whenever I like sketch, you know what? I'm gonna do vertical form. Whenever I sketch a wreath, like when I do a circle or something, I always sketch the shape a little bit smaller because I always find that it's easier to, well, it's hard to erase pencil lines once you've painted over them, right? So I like to do that first, and then I will paint all around it, and then that just makes it a lot easier. And then I don't have to worry about pencil lines or anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about, I don't know, Valentine's Day. You know, like I do want to be sensitive. Like I know that, you know, for those of you who might be experiencing heartbreak or anything like that, you know, this season may be a little bit difficult. So if you're not comfortable, you know, sharing about that kind of stuff, absolutely, you don't have to. Um, but you know, but if you also want to share, by all means. So I thought I would start out just by asking, yeah, like what is the most romantic thing, ooh, that your significant other has done for you? And obviously, I will answer my own questions too. So the question is, what is the most romantic thing that your significant other has done for you? And it can be like so simple. You know, I'm not looking for like, oh, he booked me a 10-day stay at, you know, at a hotel in Paris. Like, you know, we don't need to get like if that is the most romantic thing, like good for you, you know, but it can also be like super simple too, you know, so don't feel like you have to do something so grandiose. Okay. So for me, let's see. I mean, I'll do the most romantic thing that my husband has done for me. I think there's a couple of things. So it may not be romantic to some people, but for me, it actually means a lot. And I'll explain why. But, oh, you know what? I'm going to take off my bracelet because it's kind of in my way. But anyway, so the most romantic thing that my husband has done for me is that after one of our dates, after one of our dates, it was pretty late, you know, like past 10:30 probably, and he's driving home, and he lived like more than 30 minutes away, probably 35, 40 minutes away, right? So he dropped me off, he's heading home, and yeah, and then I go back into my house and whatnot. And then as I, you know, just like settle in my house and whatever, I noticed that I don't have my phone. Like I must have left my phone in his car, and I'm panicking, right? And you would think like, oh, just like, you know, email him or something, right? Or call him or something. And since I use Apple products, I was trying to call him through my MacBook, but for some weird reason, it was not going through. Also, sidebar, I don't know how this wreath is going to turn out. I am totally winging this, by the way. Anyway, so I could not get through to him. Like the MacBook was just not working. I tried texting him and the text wouldn't go through. It kept saying like call failed, message failed, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm freaking out, right? I'm like, oh my God, how could I be such a dummy, right? I'm leaving my phone in his car. And then I have this crazy idea. I was like, okay, I'm going to call a good friend of mine who's, like been with me through my dating journey. And I gave her his number and I was like, could you please call him and let him know that I left my phone in his car? And then so she does. And surprisingly, even though my husband didn't have her number at the time, he picked up. And then he immediately turned around and then brought my phone to my house. So he had already basically arrived at home, like basically like 5 minutes away from his house, right? But then he turned around, drove another 35 minutes just to bring my phone back. And again, some people may not think that that's such a big deal, but to me it was um, because in my past relationships, like somehow losing the phone or something was like my fault. Like I shouldn't have like been such a dummy and like um yeah, somehow it was just my fault. And so I thought like he was going to be upset with me or like whatever. And like he showed no signs of that. He was so sweet about it, even though he had just driven like an entire hour, going to his house and then coming back. And then all the while, he just has a smile on his face. And then he gives me my phone. And I'm like, wait, what? like, like, what? And just in that moment, I was like, all right, wow, you are something else. And now I'm going to marry you. So I feel like that was definitely a moment where I knew that was, like he was the one and there was something really special about him. Um, yeah. So again, it may not seem as like mind blowing to some people, but to me, that was, yeah, a very big turning point for me. Yeah, but you guys let me know what your most romantic thing is. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of following the shape of my drawn heart, and I'm most definitely going to add some leaves and yeah. Okay, Linda, you got a vintage book press for book binding on Sunday. Oh, had to drive to Connecticut to buy it. Oh my gosh. Wow, what determination. I love that. That is a really far drive for you. I mean, I know you're in upper New York. I don't know how many hours that is, but just driving across states, that is commitment. Wow. I hope they really like it. Um, I don't know what the most romantic. I have no idea what my husband would say about the most romantic thing that I have done for him. I hope he can come up with something, but yeah. This is my favorite part, just adding leaves. Oh, leaves are my favorite. Yeah, so I don't know why I just wanted to kind of do watercolor tonight, but I felt like, I kind of missed it, if you can believe it. And yeah, I just wanted to unwind and do something that is, comfortable for me as well, but that's also like I felt like I didn't do enough like tutorials. So I wanted to, yeah, I mean, I know this is not a tutorial, but just something that you can like easily follow and watch. And plus, these live streams are a little bit more like loosey goosey, like um, they're not as like stringent as like the original live streams were. Like for those, I had like a theme and everything, but for these, like, let's just go with the flow. Okay. Oh, lower New York State. Oh, I'm sorry, to upper Connecticut. Okay. Well, that's still, you know, crossing state lines, so like I don't think I've ever driven across the state to get a a, you know, a gift. I've driven across state lines to visit someone. I guess that's kind of a gift, right? Okay. I think I want to add a couple more hearts. I think I'm gonna layer like a deeper maroonish. Ooh, yeah, look at this. Look at this color. Ooh, love that. I'm just gonna layer that on top as well. What's exciting about this time of year is that, um, like, especially if you live in, you know, areas where you get all four seasons, some of the earliest spring flowers are starting to pop up. So, like, hellebores, I hope I said that right, and snowdrops are starting to like peek out. So that's going to be fun. I really hope I have time to like set up my garden and everything, but I really don't know if I will, but I hope. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Linda, 210 miles round trip. Well, see, that's what I mean. That's like how many hours? What, 4? No, 5. Wait. 160, 200. Yeah, that's got to be more than 5 hours. 5 hours, right? Round trip. Because I used to live in Cleveland, and that was like 330 miles, 360 miles from Chicago, from where I lived. And that took me about 7 hours, 7.5 if I took a lot of breaks. So, yeah. Wow, that is love. That is love. All right, so the question was, you know, what's the most romantic thing your significant other has done for you? Okay. I'm also going to add some metallics, and in my watercolor palette, I actually have a metallic color. So I'm just gonna add some water to that and then add some gold. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna add like gold little circles. Just another tip when it comes to wreaths, it's really important to try to layer as much as you can, right? Because think about it, like an actual leaf in real life has a lot of layers, right? They're all twisted in each other. And yeah, so with watercolor, we want to try to achieve that as well, just by putting layers on top of each other. Yeah. Okay, see, this is what I mean. My heart looks a little bit lopsided. So now I need to kind of even it out. Do you see how like the point is not as pointy as I want it to be? And then this left side is a little bit like it looks like it's leaning to the left a little bit, right? So I'm going to try to open it up a little bit just by adding some more elements and um, yeah, and just try to like fix that shape. Now, you don't have to do this, you know, if you're fine with the way that it looks. Like, by all means, just keep it. But I think they're, yeah, for those of you who like to keep things a little bit more symmetrical, you might want to do this. So yeah, I always start with that like general shape and then I kind of even it out. So all right, what else? How about what about this question? What is something that you did at your for those for the married couples, okay? So what is something that you did at your wedding that you would not do or that you hope that other people don't do? Is that a weird question? Actually, that's not a very romantic question. Okay, let's let's do the opposite. What is something that you did at your wedding that you would keep, you know, and that you hope that other people will also do? Okay? So something that you really enjoyed at your wedding that you would keep. Okay, yeah, do you see how because I brought that point down, it looks a little bit more even already. So I'm just gonna fix this area. Okay. Okay. One thing that I did at my wedding that I would definitely keep, and this is definitely a personal preference, okay? So because my husband and I got married when we were, you know, just a lot older, like we're in our mid 30s, and a lot of the friends that we had invited were also like just older, you know? So so we decided to not do a dance floor, not because old people can't dance. That's not the point. The point is that like a lot of people just like we wanted to have more times of connection, and like because we had invited a lot of people, we wanted a chance to actually be able to talk to them, you know? So we decided to not do a dance floor, and instead, because we did it at a Pinstripes that has bowling, we offered a bowling option instead for those who still want to have fun. But then a lot of people just ended up just kind of like chatting. And because the reception area, it wasn't so loud with music, like people actually talked and connected. And I really enjoyed that, you know, like just being able to catch up with people and not feel like so rushed. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm not much of a dancer, neither is my husband. So that's also why we didn't do it. Like I said, personal preference, you know? But yeah, we really wanted to prioritize just like talking with our guests. And I think, um, yeah, that differs from couple to couple, right? You might have different priorities, and that's okay. But for us, because the people in our lives that we invited were so important to us and our stories, we wanted to make sure that we got some, you know, FaceTime with them. So, yeah, so that was our personal choice and something that I definitely hope that other people will consider, especially if you are just, you know, just one of those people. Like there are friends of mine who are like true introverts, and that would be the last thing that they think of. That's okay. You know, you don't have to do that. Um, yeah, but that's just something that I would do again. See, this looks so much more even already. Yay. Oh, yay. What do you guys think? A little heart wreath. Okay. I kind of want to paint one more thing, but I'm not sure what to do. Let me see. What about, let's see. I just really like these hearts. I'm trying to think. Well, maybe I'll just do mostly leaves. I mean, I just love leaves. Surprise. Maybe I'll just do leaves and then add hearts as like berries or something. I don't know. I have an idea, so I'm gonna go with it. So I'm sketching my heart again. Sketching it small. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I almost wish that this was an actual tutorial now. Okay. Picking up some of my favorite green. This is chromium oxide green. Like I said, one of my favorites. I just love like how opaque it is as well. It's so beautiful. Yes, I've just been really enjoying painting leaves because this is something that I come back to over and over again. Like it doesn't matter like what what I'm about to paint, like I just want to cover it with leaves. Like if there's a silhouette, I want to paint leaves inside of it. If there are yeah, if there's a flower, you know I'm going to add leaves to it. I teach leaves as part of my relaxing watercolors workshop. And yeah, people are surprised at how like therapeutic or meditative it is to paint leaves. And if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that I also love to swatch with leaves. It's just, yeah, I could just go back and forth like this, like all day. Okay, so there's my base shape. I think I'm gonna, you know what, let me zoom in just a little bit and fix the focus. Zoop. Okay. That way you can see a little bit clearer. Okay. So now I'm just gonna add another layer of leaves, but add just a touch of blue into it so that it will be like a new kind of green, like a eucalyptus kind of color. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty. There's a little bit of blue in there. All right. Oh, Lavinia, thank you so much for following along. Your heart rate came out a little different, but that's okay. Wouldn't have been something I would have thought of doing. Ooh, well, thanks for sharing and thank you for, yeah, following along. I love that you also commented and let me know that you were doing it with me. That's so cool. Yeah, I hope you're still proud. You know, I think with the beauty of something, you know, pretty simple like this is that why not try it again, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Um, oh, thank you. Wow, it's really pretty, like negative painting or a hidden picture. Ooh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it looks like there's like an actual heart, the shape inside of this. Ooh, you're so right. See, I love that. Like that you mentioned that. I know I'm kind of ruining it now, but I love that you mentioned that because that just goes to show you that other people see things that you might not see, you know? And that's why I think it's so important to, yeah, share your art and, um, yeah, be open to like letting other people be inspired by it because you just never know. Okay, so I'm gonna keep expanding my wreath just so that it's a little bit wider, but just a little bit. Like I don't want to go too far out. Okay. Yeah, I just made it a little bit pointier down here at the bottom. Felt like it was missing a little something. Okay, so now I don't know what to do. I thought about, you know, painting hearts that were maybe hanging from the inside. Ugh, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. So, gonna have, oof, I hope this doesn't ruin it. Okay. And then because Lavinia kind of mentioned that, kind of made me think about, yeah, how there's a heart shape inside of this. Oh, okay. I'm really happy with this. Oh, okay. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I really wish that I turned these into like actual tutorials. But you know what? It's okay. I think like just watching this live stream and following along is probably good enough. But yeah, there you have it. Let me just zoom out just a little bit. Wow. There you go. Well, I'm going to call it a night, everyone, just because, yeah, I set out to do two paintings and I did. And thank you so much for being here and even just painting along with me. Again, these live streams were not necessarily designed to, you know, be like follow along with me tutorials, but I am glad that these were, you know, simple enough that you can follow along and I'm really happy that you did. Um, yeah, so next Tuesday I will be live. So I know today's Wednesday, but next Wednesday is Valentine's Day. So I thought, you know, my husband probably wants to do something on Valentine's Day. So I will be live on Tuesday. Let me see, same time, 8 p.m. Central. And yeah, have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. And here are the paintings for today. Yay! Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. Have a good night. Mwah. Bye.